We are here today with the Roman brothers.
How are you guys?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Cool guys. Man, I remember back in the days when you started. Good for you.
A little bit about myself. Like I've been arrested like a million times. Not a million times, but in the weed business.
Enough shit happens, right? Yeah, for sure.
So my goal was always to get into the legal industry, and me and my brother finally made it happen. But it's been a long road. There's been a lot of like speed bumps, I like to call them, and things like that. But for my whole life, like I was like in hiding. Like I don't even know how else to explain. I changed my cell phone every month. I got a brand new iPhone every month.
It's funny. I have like 9 different contacts for him.
And that's your brother.
And, when I was younger, like in school, I would get a text from a random number, and it would be like a different phone number. And like my phone number for him right now is Nick with a second K. Yeah. And I've had that one for the last like maybe 3 or 4 years. But I've had like Nick 2, Nick 3, like Nick Roman. I would come home from school, and like there'd be days when like he'd be like, "Can you like count this money for me?" And like that, like I got like, and I would have grabbed it from his friend, and it's like it's a bag, and there's just a bag, and like there'd be like I would start.
You just grew up kind of around it.
I would have came home from middle school, and like I start counting it, and there's like $60,000 in the bag, and I'm like, and like there's like stacks of like across the whole room.
I've worked with so many different types of people that have come to us, and I've learned a lot about obviously the black market, because you don't know about the black market. What are you doing in this business? You need to know where it came from, how it started.
For sure.
I was fairly new when I decided to get into the cannabis industry. I was 55. I'm 61 now. So 6 years ago, the dream started, and that's when I started working really hard as a businessman. So that's where you and I kind of clashed a little bit, because you came in and you had street. I came in and I had a lot of different businesses. And that's what I know, to be ethical, stay the course, do what you need to do, pay people, not mess around, and be a good businessman. And that's what we created. We created a really good business.
It's funny you say that. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's like you want to deal with people who are honest, and that's why I always bring up morals and values. And like that's what brings us back here today. It's like
you can't get a better partner, a better distributor, a better grower, a better manufacturer than this. You guys are really good at what you do. Continue to do what you're doing. Continue make good weed. And that's
at all costs.
Yeah.
We always tell people like we don't have a home grow anymore. So like all the plants in our facility we treat like our home grow. And it even goes down to like the mentality of our employees and everyone who's there. Like it's like a family, and like we only keep people who have an incredible vibe.
Dude, what was your trimmer's name again? Oh man,
Drew.
Yo, that man was the fastest I've ever seen.
Machine.
With care too.
It's funny because one of our guys said like he was like, damn, like we have all heavyweights, and I was like, yeah, like everyone that's in here, like you could drop them in here and they just know what the fuck to do.
But like we like to joke that like it's like everybody there loves it so much that like if they had 30 days to live, like this is where they'd be.
Everything in our business is cultivated through passion. There's like, yes, there is science behind it, but the most important thing is passion, because like we love to smoke, and I wouldn't do anything to any of the weed I'm growing that like I wouldn't want done to my weed.
Your weed that you're smoking,
what I mean?
Got it. How do you feel about vapes, oil, everything else in the business, edibles?
So you have an opinion on edibles. I have a big opinion on vapes because so I actually used to mass produce vapes on the black market with robots. And the market has greatly changed, but I honestly I think there's a lot of misinformation with vapes and stuff. I think people think they're getting diamonds when they're really getting distillate.
I think like a lot of lipstick on the pig.
I think they need to also it needs to be more like known to the consumer that what the product is being cut with, in order to get it to that level of that
consistency,
and consistency to be smoked out of a vape, because like a lot of like things like do you see pens that will be like, even like if it's like distillate, like distillate that's pure isn't gonna be like able, like is not gonna be
hard as a rock.
it's gonna be a rock.
Yeah. Like so.
Was it a lot of glycol and stuff that they used to cut, or is it just a matter of
Well, you know, it's funny. Like
or?
you just go and ask the lab director, "Hey, man, this leader, the lab report shows me that it's 97% pure. So what's the other 3%?" And they're just gonna look at you.
They're not even gonna have.
They're not even gonna have an answer for you. And you know what I mean? Like the other 3% has to be a solvent.
Yeah, it's definitely
What
the solvent.
else could it be?
what else?
But even besides the solvent, like once you put it into a vape pen, then you have to add like the cutting ingredients.
You've got to add
like
like
terpenes.
terps.
Yeah.
Like the healthiest way to do it would be to add like unflavored terpenes. You know what I mean? But like I don't think that's in anyone's budget. You know what I mean? And so like right now, like I know for me, like when I was on the black market, we were selling 30,000 vape pens a day to a guy who had a ton of gas stations and convenience stores and in Brooklyn. And they were going all over, who knows where. And he didn't care. He would just be like, I need them at $7, Nick. So I don't care how much MCT oil you have to add. And I'd be like, but bro, your customer is like, you know what I mean? And like, that's like why I got out of the black market in the weed business, was because like dishonesty, and it became like I'll do anything for a profit when the prices fell. You know what I mean?
Also, too, like when you realize like the people who are making the pens, like they're getting way more weight out of the liter once they're adding the cut essentially, and for the terpenes and like they're adding MCT oil. So it becomes, if it's like from 95%, they're cutting it all the way down to like 70 like 70 or like 60 something.
Selling weed like always helped me fix things. And I always tell people that, and they're like, wait, like selling drugs helped you fix your problems? And I'm like, no, not necessarily. Like, you know, like, but like, you know, our father passed away when we were really young, and
I'm sorry to hear.
he grew cannabis, and so like I kind of like started doing my thing and
picked
met
up his
all,
mantle,
but
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and so it all became full circle, and now here we are together. And I mean, too bad our dad's not here to see what we're doing today. But you know, it's
He would have been extremely proud.
Honestly, I'm sure he's proud of you guys.
He
Come
would've
on,
been, yeah.
come on.
But yeah, it's all like full circle in like wellness for me. You know what I mean?